Welcome to the Family History Guide, starting your genealogical research in Central America. This video will introduce you to the 5 goals about the 7 Central American countries, and will teach you step by step about finding records about your Central American ancestors and relatives. There are 7 countries that are considered to be part of Central America: Guatemala, Belize, Costa Rica, Nicaragua, Honduras, El Salvador, and Panama. Mexico is considered to be part of North America. The predominant language spoken in Central America is Spanish. Spanish is also the second most spoken language in the world after Chinese. Genealogical research is a mixture of history, geography, linguistics, or the study of languages, and paleography, or the study of handwriting. Learning to speak Spanish is helpful, but not necessary for doing research in Central America. You can use Spanish genealogy word lists and Google Translate for help in getting started. There are websites that will help you learn how to read Spanish handwriting, such as the BYU Script Tutorial. Learning about the history of the countries where you do genealogical research is helpful in understanding how and where to find the country's records. This is particularly true for the 7 countries in Central America. 6 of the Central American countries were once part of the Spanish Empire. Doing genealogical research in these 6 Spanish-speaking and predominantly Catholic countries is essentially the same as other Spanish-speaking Catholic countries. However, in Central America, there is one exception: Belize, or Belize, which was settled by Great Britain. Another major factor in doing genealogical research in all 7 of the countries is that a significant percentage of the people in each of these countries do not speak Spanish and have retained their indigenous languages. Spain's conquest of Central America began in 1492 with the first voyage of Columbus. From the 16th century through 1821, Central America formed the Captaincy General of Guatemala, sometimes known as the Kingdom of Guatemala, composed by a part of the state of Chiapas, now part of Mexico, Guatemala, El Salvador, Honduras, Nicaragua, and Costa Rica. Officially, the captaincy was part of the Viceroyalty of New Spain, and therefore under the supervision of the Spanish Viceroy in Mexico City. It was, however, administered not by the Viceroy or his deputies, but by an independently appointed Captain General, headquartered first in Antigua and later in Guatemala City. The Spanish Empire lasted until September 15, 1821, when Costa Rica, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, and Nicaragua declared independence from Spain and formed the Central American Federation. The federation only lasted until a civil war began in 1838, and the federation was dissolved in 1840. Other attempts at uniting the 5 countries failed, and subsequently the countries have made some attempts to unite, but without much success. Belize has a complex history, starting with its occupation by British buccaneers in the 1650s and 1660s. Spain claimed the land but had not established any permanent settlements. The first permanent English settlement was in about 1710. Spain repeatedly tried to obtain sovereignty over the English in Belize, but in 1862, Great Britain formed British Honduras, which lasted until the country obtained independence in 1981 and changed the name of the country to Belize, or Belize. Both English and Spanish are spoken in Belize, but many people speak Creole, or Creole. A Creole language is a mixture of 2 or more separate languages. There are also a number of indigenous languages, such as Garifuna, Quechua, Mopan Maya, German, and other languages. The Garifuna people are of mixed free African and indigenous American ancestry that originated on the Caribbean island of St. Vincent and speak Garifuna, an Arawakian language, and Vincentian Creole. Panama was part of the Spanish Empire and the main commercial point for crossing between the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. In 1821, Panama became part of Colombia. In 1903, Panama declared its independence and also signed a treaty with the United States, allowing the United States to develop the Panama Canal and granting the U.S. sovereignty over a strip of land from the Atlantic Ocean to the Pacific called the Canal Zone. Panama was granted sovereignty over the Canal Zone in 1999. All Central American countries are predominantly Catholic, and church records are valuable in finding information about generations of people who lived their entire lives in Central America. The key to finding your ancestors is identifying the Catholic parish or town where the members of the family were baptized, married, or buried. The links in the Family History Guide will provide you with valuable information about how to find your ancestors in Central America. Study the choices in this goal to develop your research skills.